Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 8th February 2023. The news show that provides you with the latest updates on the DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will talk about the next shows and dates. But before we start with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. How are you today?
Very well, my friend. It's good to be back.
Yes.
How have you been so far today?
It's great. Wednesday is this day in the week. DeFiChain News. Really happy that it's still there. It's a highlight.
Cool.
Really.
Yeah. Good to have you back. Good to have you back.
Good.
Let's see what
We have something.
Yeah, we have something, right? A really, really cool title today. It was like rebuilding a bridge, and I would say enlighten us with the headlines for today, DC.
Headlines. Yes, the bridge called Quantum, our ERC20 bridge. We will talk a little bit about the bridge and the functionality. Notable mentions, as usual in our show. Another highlight, the community projects and their update. And last but not least, the future dates. And with this, you can start in our main topic, the bridge. I'm really looking forward to it. That will be incredible function.
You know what? That's actually pretty embarrassing. I was just thinking quantum. In German, we say quantum, right? Because it's quantum computing. Is it quantum then in English? No, I think it's quantum, right? Okay. We call it
No
quantum.
idea. Ask Yusin.
So in case we slaughter the name of this fantastic new bridge, let us know in the comments down below or ask us a question right away. We're gonna change that if it's necessary. Okay, what is it? Quantum ERC20 bridge on DeFiChain. We are building the bridge to the Ethereum world out there. So first, maybe let's talk a little bit. There's a very, very long and very well-researched article, by the way, from the Burster Research team that we're gonna link up in the show notes. It's the almanac of bridge building in the crypto space. Check that out. It's a really good one. We did a little bit, we condensed the information a little bit, and we want to give you the information, like the short form of it. Why do we need bridges in blockchains? So if we consider every blockchain like kind of as an island, right? So DeFiChain exists on its own, Ethereum exists on its own, Bitcoin as a blockchain exists on their own. They were developed all separately, and most of them have no chance, so there's no communication between these blockchains. Now, that's in some way pretty cool because you are like on an island and nobody can take stuff away and nobody can input something. But on the other side, if you take the idea about different islands and maybe different civilizations living on these islands, they might want to trade with each other, or they want to communicate or do stuff together, right? So it's similar with blockchains. You have to have interoperability and some connections between. And we had this in the past with using Cake DeFi, a centralized service that actually made it possible that you could send a DeFiChain token to Cake, and then on the other side, they output, for example, a Bitcoin or a Ethereum or whatever. So what was so far, or what is on DeFiChain, is not a real Bitcoin, it's a wrapped Bitcoin or DBTC or DEthereum or whatsoever. So the bridge should make it now possible that you can exchange, or that you can change an asset or transfer one asset from one blockchain to another one. This is very helpful and makes things very fast. Actually, you don't have to wait that a central entity like Cake, for example, is converting that for you. They have to follow KYC, anti-money laundering rules. So there's a certain slowdown. On a bridge, there is no KYC. The bridge actually is more or less imminent. So most likely in 1 or 2 blocks, your money is in, or your coins are in, your coins are out. So that's the general idea about bridges. How do bridges do this? Actually, you have to think on one side an asset comes in, it gets locked up, and on the other side a new asset is created, minted. And then on the other way around, the asset comes back, gets destroyed, gets burned, and the original asset gets released on the other side. So it's always one comes in, gets stored, minted on the other side. So in and out, in and out. And these bridges normally hold a collateral because somebody comes with the original asset from the outside and it's kind of locked up. So now you might say, is this a secure way to exchange stuff? Yes, in general, yes, but there are certain risks involved. I think DC explained that in a German news show pretty well before, where there is liquidity locked up, that always attracts, of course, also bad actors. And there have been a couple of bad hacks in the past where actually bridges like the wormhole bridge on Solana got attacked because there was a ton of money or a lot of liquidity locked up. And that's, of course, interesting for hackers as a point where they can try to get hold of some funds. But if in principle, if the code is audited and a lot of people check the code and there's some precautionary measures been taken, then it's actually a pretty secure thing to do. But anyway, every new technology, everything that is introduced, be a little bit cautious, check it out with smaller amounts. So that's the general thing about bridges. So bridges are nothing new, nothing that we invented on DeFiChain or that the Buster research invented. But what they are gonna do now, they're gonna start their own bridge, and it's called Quantum. Sounds fantastic. And the Quantum bridge is a ERC20 bridge or Ethereum DeFiChain bridge. And what can you swap in the future? What can you actually bridge over from one chain to the other? It's gonna be 5 token. It's gonna be Ethereum, BTC, USDT, USDC, and then, of course, DFI. There are some DFIs out there on Uniswap or whatever. These are not native DFI. These are Ethereum DFI, right? So ERC20 token. And yeah, so these are the assets that gonna be possible to swap, to switch, to transfer, to bridge, however you wanna call it. And yeah, and that's gonna happen pretty soon. So the real launch date was not communicated yet, but they said, DC, I think within next 2 weeks, right?
Yep, in February should be launched. And yeah, for me, it's the essential step before DeFi Meta Chain can launch, that you really has the connection to Ethereum with our EVM layer, and then yeah, you can benefit from both sides. You can use our EVM layer to do something on Ethereum, and you can go in and out in an easy way. I'm really looking forward to this function, which sounds like more or less okay. It's already there with Cake, but I think it's totally different if it is a very smooth operation without having this KYC user stuff in the background, just an automatism to transfer tokens.
Yeah. And it's a huge benefit for Cake as well, right? So they were actually doing this kind of bridging function free of charge. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of KYC drama, it's a lot of security. So I think having bridges who do the job, even this is not a trustless bridge, this is a trusted bridge managed by the research team. But yeah, similar like the Binance bridge or BNB bridge that we have from Dr. Daniel Kakara already. But yeah, it's a very important step. Bridges are very important for blockchains to be able to grow, right? We were always using the picture of we've got this beautiful walled garden DeFi chain, and with Ethereum virtual machine, we want to open our gates to other ecosystems out there. So that's why the bridge is needed. DC, that's it to the bridge. Everybody read the article. It's really, really good. There are hundreds of links in there. So if you want to hear it a little bit more in detail, have fun with the article.
Thanks for the explanation. Pretty sure it will be a topic in the future news show when it's live.
Absolutely.
But so far, I hope everyone is now a little bit informed what's coming next. What happened the last week? Our notable mentions. Something I missed?
Yeah, we brought 3 points today. So there was a DeFiChain blog about guides to DUSD earn negative interest rate up to 66%. So the percentage kind of changed over time. It's all about generating returns from negative interest rates. So there was the special DFIP and rewards gonna get redirected. So if you open a vault and mint USD, then you earn, you don't pay interest, you receive interest. That's why it's negative interest, right? And there are different strategies how you can do that. There was also a Reddit post, right, by Kügi, who talks about that. And DC is gonna be so nice and link that up in the show notes. Then there was an article on CoinMarketCap. I mean, there are so many articles from of the DeFiChain community now on CoinMarketCap. This is how DeFiChain leverages the DeFiChain community to guide its direction. It's about on-chain governments, I assume. This is for sure interesting read. And then there was a Ask Me Anything AMA hosted by Bybit, where Yusin was invited. I haven't heard it, I haven't read it, but there's a Twitter post that we're gonna link in the show notes as well. So have a look, check it out. Maybe you know what happened there. Then let us know in the comments or in the questions section. That's it for notable mentions today, DC.
Really good, thanks. Then we come to our community projects and the updates. You called it a main topic nearly in the German show because there are a lot of community projects. So let's go. What happened on
we like the community project updates because that's, we like all the other updates as well, but it's really cool to see how the community is thriving and so many new ideas. And I've got a feeling like the bear market also pushed people a lot to do new stuff. And I think it's very important because we want that the ecosystem grows and everybody who participates is a hero here. And I think that's really worth mentioning. So let's start. Niels Pfannkuchen von DFS Neo wrote his first, I don't know if it's his first book, but he wrote a little book about DeFi, beginner's book. It's in German, but I'm sure Google Translate can help, or maybe there might be an English version soon, or ChatGPT is gonna translate it into English. I've got no idea. Check it out, you can download it. It's for free. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm for sure gonna have a look. Then DeFiChain GPT, I mentioned just ChatGPT. So there's a team who want to utilize artificial intelligence or the OpenAI model to create like a DeFiChain GPT. How I understand this is we're gonna feed this module with questions and answers to DeFiChain, and then you can ask this very smart DeFiChain GPT application or website or whatever. I don't know who is this handsome guy sitting next to DC in a news show, and then the right answer gonna come up, Lord Mark, most likely. So this is actually a question that we should really
most common
to the system. So that's the idea. That's how you train the system. So it's of course garbage in, garbage out. So, but help these guys. They need questions and they need answers. It's a community effort. So if you have great ideas, we're gonna link up a Twitter post, and there's a Google document right behind that. Cool.
The question I saw the last days several times: what happens if my DeFi ratio drops below 50% in the vault?
This is really cool because I asked the Burster research team today if there's a collection of all the rules for vaults, and there's a guideline as a blog post. We're gonna link that up as well because I've got it on my screen. This very nice infographics that actually shows what do we have to do. I gonna link it up here in our show notes. That's the blog post, and I thought read up what happens if it drops and all these things. So that's really Interesting. Good that you mentioned that. Perfect timing. Then there was a German Twitter space. There is going to be a German Twitter space on Monday the 13th, one day before Valentine's. So you can join. No worries. Your loved ones at home. Your Valentine romance is not going to be interrupted. It's the 13th. Then there is news from Lock. Lock locked up 7.5 million DFI in their DFI yield machine. Means most likely they're going to put that in a vault, take a loan out, create negative interest rate, maybe put the USD back in loan. However they do that, it generates a double-digit APY. They wrote 81%. I think that's maybe old numbers, but anyway, very juicy, nice APY can be generated with the DFI yield machine. So far there are no fees on the DFI yield machine at the moment. They say most likely sooner or later there are going to be some fees. Yield machine will also be available for DBTC, Ethereum, DUSD, and DUSDC to come. So have an eye on that. Interesting offering. DeFiChain Trader, you can now browse loan and liquidity pool transactions, export them to Excel. You call it the engineer's best friend. Who doesn't like Excel? So if you want to do your own data analysis, now you can do it. Data download is possible, and then you can completely geek out on Excel and build fantastic models and let us know what happened. So if you've done it, let us know in the comments. Would be really interesting what people are gonna do with these things, analyzing the shit out of the transactions. For sure, really cool idea. I like that. Then we've got DeFiChain testnet. So there was a rollback on the testnet back to 26th of November, shortly after Christmas. It seems that there was the so-called consortium function wasn't working so well, so they had to roll it back. There's an actual snapshot available. Check it out. There's also some article, or is this the link to the snapshot that you linked up there in the show notes, DC?
There you find the snapshot, yeah.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Or location to download snapshot. Then Tentacles Club. The Tentacle Club with many, many tentacles is taking over the world, and that's really cool because they announced that there's the first meeting in Asia Pacific. It's gonna be in a food court in a shopping mall in Bangkok. I know the place very well. I've been living there for quite a while, and my office was actually in that building. It's the first one in Asia. Really cool. So check that out. We're gonna link up the announcement for the Bangkok meetup. It's gonna be when is the date? Let me check it out.
On Saturday.
It's on
Saturday.
On Saturday. Okay, cool. So have a couple of civilized beers there and then head out for the big DeFiChain party afterwards. Let me know how it was. I would love to join. That's really cool. So I'm sure the guys are also happy if somebody wants to take over a Tentacle Club party in another city or a meetup. Yeah, just get in touch with these guys. We had mostly German ones. There are furthermore planned in Berlin, Bielefeld, Cologne, Zurich, and Frankfurt, and now we've got one in Bangkok. A really awesome idea. I love it. And then Team Chevlis send us some information. They launched their new, I'm part of Chevlis now. Still have to get used to that. We launched a new landing page. Looks pretty cool. Very clean, neat new look. Fantastic job from the designers. And we have released a video, or better to say, Santiago released a new video where he interviewed the three founders, talking a little bit about the vision and mission of Chevlis and what's gonna come in the near future. And who hasn't signed up yet? Quick reminder, there's gonna be a closed beta test. So whoever wants to test out the product, it's on the testnet, it's with play money, so no real money. We're all gonna give you a couple of thousands dollars of play money, so you can try to break the platform and see what Chevlis got up in store, and it's gonna start most likely also this week, so sign up for the waitlist. So much about the community project. Quite a lot, huh? A lot of stuff happening right now.
Yeah, still building, still bringing value in our ecosystem. Really looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to the next dates. What's happening next week?
News show, of course, next week. That's like
Cool.
kind of the evergreen here. And then we've got, and that's really what you have to mark down in your calendar tomorrow. There's a tech talk with Yusin. It's at 12:30 Central European time. That's in the evening. That's 19, so 7:30 Singapore and Malaysian time. Yusin's gonna talk about DeFi, MetaChain, and beyond, I think you said. So
Cool.
it sounds like MetaChain is not even there yet. Yusin is already thinking what's coming next. It's gonna be really exciting. So I've got no freaking idea what he's up to, but it sounds super, super exciting. And then you added here the CFP deadline. This round is around on the 9th. So actually today is gonna end. I don't know, we have to check it out. It's
On your side today, on our side tomorrow. It
right.
depends.
Exactly. So if you want to submit a proposal, we've got a couple of on there. I'm just checking it out. We've got like 7 open proposals, 6 CFPs, and on DFIP. Get going if you want to be in that voting round. Otherwise, the next voting round starts in 2 weeks. And then I think the slower voting process is going to start where you've got 45 days per cycle. But check out defiscan.live/governance. There you find all the information. We've got the next voting round happening soon. That's it, DC, for the latest and greatest updates on dates.
Great. Then thank you very much, Mark, bringing up all these topics, explaining the background.
It was a
Really
pleasure.
great. With this, we are at the end for today's news show. Everyone live, stay until a short break. If there's a question, we have some time left to answer them. Everyone else, thanks for watching. Give us a like. Give us some comments. If we missed the one or other information, we will talk next week. And hopefully we see you next week here on this channel with the news show. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for listening and watching. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Smooth as Thai silk. This
Always the English one.
Yes, it's funny, right? I think I know what it is. It has to do with the background video, and in some way the timing of the background video is not good in the German one. So cool. Let's see. I saw only one thing. It says no questions. So we have Wolf Christian here.
All right.
He says hi. We've got George W here. Oh, DC and the heart. I want to know. Oh, I've got a heart as well. Who is PK? Yeah, that's interesting. We've got somebody sending in hearts here. That's very nice. We appreciate it. Oh, DC sending hearts back here. It's got a little bit teenage stuff here. Red hearts and white hearts back.
My one looks different. Okay.
Yeah. The red one was much nicer. PK, exciting news. Thank you so much. I hope there was something what you like. And Christian said, of course, sorry, no question, Christian.
That's fine.
Okay. Let me ask you something. What do you see, what is happening with the markets? Have you any idea what's going on at the moment? It's going up, it's going down, it's going more up or more down. What's your feeling about it?
Sideways. I think it's coming a couple of weeks with a boring time if nothing happens. Yeah, for sure.
I like boring times. It's fantastic, isn't it? Getting negative interest rate of 50-60%, liquidity mining a bit. Boring times are awesome on DeFiChain.
Overall market on DeFiChain, I think the next weeks will be exciting. With the bridge in February and DeFi MetaChain in March. There will be something really great happening, and I'm looking forward. How does it look like? And then also on DeFi MetaChain, the next steps, the hackathon.
Hackathon is coming soon. Yeah,
Launchpad. How does it look like? Which projects are really launching on DeFi MetaChain? So the first half year on DeFi MetaChain will be exciting. I'm looking forward.
Yeah,
happening.
it's a lot of new stuff. I have a little bit the feeling it's like, do you remember when before the D token came online, there was a lot of theory, but nobody really
Mm,
knew how it looks like. And I have
Yep.
the feeling
Same
now,
here.
honestly, DeFi MetaChain for me is still something like that I can't really touch. I don't
Mhm.
I don't have a real feeling how it's gonna be. So I'm really looking forward to the next couple of months. It's gonna be super exciting. And
Yep.
I trust Yusin. When he says this is gonna be a big thing, then I trust him because he was always right. He said the light wallet is a big thing, and I said, nah, I want my full wallet. I love the light
Yeah.
wallet now. I think he's got a very, very good feeling what's gonna be a big thing out there. Yo, DC.
That's it for today. Then,
Yeah, Christian
thanks.
says, waiting for Bridge and DMC, and we will see.
Everyone is waiting. Just no
Everybody
questions.
is
Just
waiting.
waiting.
Cool, DC. Thanks for having me. Have a
Yeah.
great
Thanks
rest of the
for
week.
being the host. Yeah. You too.
And
Join our live tomorrow. Have a look what Yusin is talking about.
will do.
And then we see us on Wednesday next week.
Next Wednesday.
Looking forward.
Absolutely. Day after Valentine. Fantastic. Perfect timing, actually. Right? Guys, have a great evening. DC.
Yeah.
Take
Thanks.
care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.